Welcome to Learning About. In this video, we're going to see the highlights from one of the latest UPSC notifications. So, Engineering Services Examination notification. To start with important dates, the online application process has already started on 7th April 2021. The last date for the receipt of applications is 27th April 2021 till 6 p.m. And the preliminary examination, there's a stage 1 examination, will be held on 18th July 2021. Now, the services posts for which this particular examination is conducted falls under 4 categories. Category 1 civil engineering, category 2 mechanical engineering, category 3 electrical engineering, and category 4 electronics and telecommunication engineering. Now, the posts under civil engineering you can see here. Please pause the video wherever required. So these are like civil engineering posts. These are like mechanical engineering posts. These are electrical engineering posts. So these are the electronics and telecommunication engineering posts. The number of vacancies is approximately around 215. The pay scale, it is in the scale of 15,500 to 39,100 in that pay scale. So even at the entry level, the gross pay would be somewhere around 60,000 per month, and the take home after all the deductions would be a little higher than 50,000. So that's regarding the pay at the entry level. So plan of examination, there are 3 stages. So first stage 1, a preliminary examination, stage 2, main examination, and stage 3, personality test. Eligibility criteria, so nationality should be an Indian, and as far as the age is concerned, should be between 21 years to 30 years maximum. So that is should have been born not earlier than 2nd January 1991, because the cutoff date is 1st January 2021. So should not be earlier than 2nd January 1991 and not later than 1st January 2000. But there are there are exemptions, okay, for the age limit. So for example, there is an age limit of up to 5 years for the candidates who are already working in the government services like the Central Public Works Department, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Department of Telecommunication, Ministry of Communication, Department of Telecommunication, Ministry of Defense, Department of Science and Technology, Geological Survey of India, and so on. Now you can look at the details of all the departments from our Telegram channel. You can find the link to that in the Telegram channel. You can look at all the different departments for which the government employees to whom that 5-year age relaxation is, upper age relaxation is given. Okay. Now apart from that, there are usual age limit relaxation like 5 years for the SC/ST category, 3 years for the OBC, and 10 years for persons with benchmark disabilities, and so on. And there are also, like for the like ex-servicemen, there are relaxation of up to like 3 years and 5 years depending upon the various categories. Now, these details also you can find it in the Telegram channel. So that's the age limit. So the minimum educational qualification should have obtained an engineering from either state or central university, or maybe from the deemed universities as the private universities. Okay, so a degree, an engineering degree in the respective discipline obtained from state university or central university, or maybe any of the private universities in India, or it can be like passed in section A and B of Institution of Examinations of the Institution of Engineers India, or obtained a degree diploma in engineering from foreign university, college, institution. Again, that should be recognized by the government of India. Now passed in graduate membership examination of the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunications and Engineers, or passed in associate membership examinations part 1 and 2 or sections A and B of Aeronautical Society of India, or passed in graduate membership examination of the Institution of Electronics and Radio Engineers, London. Now apart from this, for the post of Naval Armament Service and Indian Radio Regulatory Group A, Apart from the above mentioned qualifications, they may for these two posts they also allow MSc degree holders. Okay, that is for the Indian Naval Armament Service, MSc degree or its equivalent with wireless communication, electronics, radio physics, or radio engineering as a special subject that is permitted. And for the Indian Radio Regulatory Service Group A, MSc degree or its equivalent with wireless communication, electronics, radio physics, or radio engineering as a subject, or master's degree in science with physics and radio communication or electronics or telecommunication as a special subject. So for these two services alone, this exemption is there. Apart from the above, earlier mentioned degrees, you may also possess this. So medical and physical standards as given by the Engineering Services Commission. You should be fit according to their standards. And the candidates, like after filling up the application, if you want to withdraw the application, you can withdraw it between 4th May 2021 to 10th May 2021 till 6 p.m. The applications can be withdrawn, but there will be no refund of fee. So when coming to the process, first preliminary stage, there are two papers: General Studies and Engineering Aptitude paper for 200 marks for 2 hour duration, and paper 2 Engineering Discipline specific paper, that is like civil, mechanical, electrical, and so on. That's for like 300 marks. That's for 3 hours, a total of 500 marks. Now this will be all multiple choice questions, objective type question, multiple choice questions, and there is a negative mark of 1 by 3 for wrong answers. For wrong answers, there is 1 by 3 negative mark, and for right answers, you get the full mark. So total of 500 marks, two papers, first paper 2 hours and second paper 3 hours. This is in the preliminary stage. Now the candidates who qualify for this stage will be called for stage 2. So of the total vacancies, let's say the total vacancies like 215, 6 to 7 times. Okay, so somewhere between 1200 to 1400 candidates will be called for the second stage, right? Now the stage 1 marks also will be counted for the final stage. For the for the final evaluation also, the stage 1 marks will be counted. Yeah, multiple choice question set, that will be counted. And stage 2 would be a descriptive type examination that will be related to the engineering discipline specific. Okay. So paper 1 is for like 300 marks and paper 2 is 300 marks. Now it is descriptive, and the questions will be in English, and the answers also have to be in English only. So totally 600 marks here. Now stage 3 will be a personality test carrying 200 marks. Now in the personality test, they expect the candidates to have like capacity for leadership, initiative, and intellectual curiosity. They test on tact and other social qualities, on mental and physical energy, powers of practical application, and also on the integrity of the character. So these are the parameters based on which the candidates will be tested, and it's for like 200 marks. So a total of 500, 600, and 200, a total of 1300 marks. So this is the syllabus for general studies and engineering and aptitude. So here also, wherever required, please pause the video to look at the details. So this is the syllabus outline. Now this syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2 together, okay, is for paper 2 of stage 1. Now this is applicable for all the categories like civil, mechanical, electrical. So this paper 1 and paper 2 together is a syllabus for paper 2 of stage 1, and this paper 1 is the syllabus outline for stage 2 paper 1, and this paper 2 is the syllabus outline for stage 2 paper 2. Right, I hope you get this part very clearly. So likewise for other categories, this is the syllabus for mechanical engineering outline. This is the outline, the complete syllabus. You can download it from our Telegram channel. This is the outline for electrical engineering, and this is the outline for the electronics and telecommunication engineering. Now, how to apply? So you have to apply through upsconline.nic.in. The link to this application link is available in the description below. You can make use of it. So fee payable is 200, and there is an exemption of payment of fee for female candidates and candidates belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe and so on. And photograph and signature, see, you should have a valid, like a mobile number, valid email ID, active email ID, and also a matriculation certificate. You have to upload the matriculation certificate even for the preliminary examination. So they'll verify all the details, your personal details from the matriculation certificate. Also, apart from that, you should also have a government given like photo ID card, something like an Aadhaar or a PAN card or a driver's license or voter ID and so on, right? And the photo and signature should not exceed the 300 kb and less should be less than 20 kb. This is again the usual UPSC standards. Now these are the centers for the preliminary examination, and these are the centers for the main examination. And reservation, all the usual reservation norms of the central government and UPSC is followed. So as I said before, you should have a valid, like photo ID card. I hope the information given in this video was useful to you. For more videos on, and if you have any questions, please do post your questions in the comment section below. We'll be very happy to answer your queries. For more videos on job alerts, aptitude, reasoning, and general awareness, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel Learning About. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.